I want to go up towards Ivy Wild School. Hey, good morning. BJ and Joe Ondo. On about on the Recumbents. Go ahead, Jojo. And we're heading up to the Sacred Grounds Cafe using a lot of bike lanes. We used we started off on the Rock Island Trail, and then we went to the Shook's Run Trail, and then jumped off Shook's Run and got on the Weber Street bike lane through downtown. And then some side streets over to get to Fountain and Tejon and pick up excuse me, the Tejon bike lane. And then we took that over to where we are now. Now we're on the Cheyenne Boulevard bike lane, and now we're heading up towards North Cheyenne Canyon. But we're not actually going to go that far today. We're just going to go up to Sacred Grounds and get an iced tea to go with our brown bag special. So, yeah. Okay, it's October 2nd. Yep. So our last chance to get in a video, because we'll be heading up to Cripple Creek tomorrow morning. A little bit of a pain in the butt because we've got to I got to go really fast. Thank you. Yeah, Jim was being nice and waiting for us. Okay, I don't know what this car's doing, Joe. Watch it. With this car that's kind of coasting. But, yeah, like I said, our last chance to do a video, because we're going to Cripple Creek for our anniversary. As we said before, we're going to see the melodrama. And, yeah, I know it's a casino town, but we don't do casinos. We're going up. Well, first we have to catch the city bus from our house, our apartment, to downtown. Then we catch another city bus over to 8th Street, and that's where the bus bench is. Not really a depot, it's just a bus bench for the Ramblin' Express. And these are really nice buses. These are like, they're like Greyhound buses, or the old Continental Trailways buses for you really old timers like us. Continental Trailways was always better than Greyhound as far as I was concerned. But, yeah, we going to be picking up a, getting one of their really nice buses. And, oh goodness, I didn't even see that person. They snuck up on me. Must have been okay, because the Jeep went the same time I did, so. Or Joe did, so. But, whew, yeah. I have to kick it up to 2 on the level here, because this is a long, drawn out, gradual, uphill grade all the way up to North Cheyenne Canyon. And then if you went to North Cheyenne Canyon, on North Cheyenne Canyon Road, took that up to Helen Hunt Falls, and I think you can go all the way up and you can get on Gold Camp Road, but Gold Camp Road only goes so far now, because I guess one of the old train tunnels caved in, and they've just never decided just to close that part off. But you can mountain bike up to a certain point, on the dirt, on the dirt of the Gold Camp Road. Now the road going up the canyon, North Cheyenne Canyon Road, that one's all paved. But I will tell you, it is very thin. I mean, very thin. And there's no, there's no emergency lane drop off or parking lane on either side, and there's barely just enough room for a car. 2 cars passing each other in different ways. So you're kind of taking your life in your hands if you ride a bicycle, or even worse, a recumbent trike, because our front ends are almost 3 feet wide. So yeah, I know some of them are 30, some of them are 32, some are 33. Joe's, because of the she has quick release hubs on her front wheels, and so she measures out to a 34. That's why I can't get her trike in our apartment. It's just it's about 1 inch too wide, half an inch on each side, and that'd be about how the quick release levers stick out from the hubs. So Yeah, so that's why we keep them underneath the entry stairs in our front hallway. Well, the good thing about it is the doors are locked all the time. You have to have a key to get in. And we trust our neighbors. They all know we're the weirdos that ride the little three-wheel things. So, and don't have a car, which makes us really weirdos in this world. Whew. Yeah. Another beautiful day today. Man, we just late summer, early fall, you know, it's been really nice. We've had several days in a row like this. But that is coming to an end. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty nice. That's Friday, because this is Thursday. But Saturday is supposed to be bringing in a cold front and a low pressure at the same time. So our temperatures aren't going to get much above 60 Fahrenheit. Whew. Boy. Yeah. The ride is much better since they, paved and restriped the bike lane up here on Cheyenne Boulevard. But it's like I said, it's just a constant strain, slowly going uphill. Man, and you just, of course, now, yeah, I could put it in level 3, because I have mine. Buffets can be set from level 1 to level 9. But I have mine set at 9 levels. But you have to remember, doesn't matter how many levels you've got, there's only so much power. So it's not like you get killer boost, from every level. By the time I got up to 8 or 9, there'd probably be not much more kick than there would be, say, at 6 or 7. Maybe a little, but probably not much. Whew. But yeah, like I said, we're only going to go up to the Sacred Grounds Cafe. We're not going all the way up to the Starsmore Center like we did last time. But Joe and I laugh at each other because, we howdy. We talk about, there's a song that goes, something that starts out going, I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, and that's kind of what we do now. It's like, well, where are we going to go? We've been everywhere. So what we usually do is just, we get down to where we've done everything. We try to find one ride that it's been at least a while since we did it, and this is the one I could think of, because of the nice weather we've really been utilizing the trails, and because it's nice, we've been kind of adding trails together, to get a little longer ride. So whew. This spot here is not bad. It's like the uphill, just kind of, it's not downhill, it's still uphill, but it's like the grade is really low right here, maybe like 2%, maybe, or something like that. Joe might have that on hers. I changed my screen, and now I can't get back and see the because now it just has and instead of giving you the the angle, it just gives you the difference in elevation from your start point. No, it's on your computer, babe. No, It's not on there. It's on your computer. Your bike computer. Yeah. It's not on the, that doesn't have, she was working with the display, but the display doesn't have it. Oh, dang. You're going to tell me if you're going to stop, okay? I might be looking down like I was there. If you're struggling hard, go to 3. Don't worry about the, what you call it. Yeah. Yeah, yours may not. Mine does. Well, I'm going to go to 3 too, because my 2 is more power. My level 2 on the e-assist is more powerful than Joe's level 2, but her level 3 is a little stronger than mine. But she has hers set at 5 levels. Because like I said, with the Bafang, one of the really nice thing about the Bafangs is you can set them at either 3, 5, or 9 levels for your e-assist. I just like the way, when it's set up to 9 levels, I like the way it works. See, because I'm in 3 right now, and you can tell she's pulling away from me. But she might be getting more assists too, because I'm only getting, well, I jumped up to 80 watts, but I'm not even getting 100 watts of assist. Now, once we get up here, there'll be a bit more incline. I'll probably get a little more assist. But, yeah. So basically, I'd have to go up to 4. And my 4 would probably be stronger than her 3. So, you just kind of we'd be leapfrogging each other all the time. So, but yeah. No, we, since they've repaired this bike lane, it is much nicer than it used to be. It makes the road feel a lot safer. There's a guy with a skeleton on his truck. That's pretty cool. You have to tell it's Halloween. We like Halloween. I know some of the religious people are, it's evil, it's horrible. Nah, man, you got to look at the good side of it. There's a fun side to it. That's like, I live in an apartment complex, of course, and with locked doors, so the kids can't get there. So what I do is, unless it's, like a blizzard, I dress up and might want to kick it up to 3 or 4 because we got a bus behind us, dear. Okay.
I think they're trying here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, it's a Rambling Express, no less. That's the kind of bus we're going to be picking up tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. Go, go, baby, go. I need to switch hands so I can go up one gear on the cassette. That'd give me, it's kind of strange, you would think that if you were slowing down, you'd want, it would give you more assist, but it's kind of like it works differently in your different gears. It's like right now I'm probably in, okay, I have a 9 speed. I'm probably in 5, probably in the 5th cog on the back. And I have more e-assist now than I had with when I was running in 4th. So not to run over Joe, I'll pop it back down. Now I gotta pop this one down one. There we go. Yeah, there she goes. We signal each other. And now she's in 3, and I step down to 2. So now I gotta get in 3, or she will leave me way behind. As you can see, we're climbing up the canyon very slowly. And this is really cool. One of the things they did is they actually put in a walker's lane, you know? That's really great of them. They've been needing it, you know? So now it covers everybody, because a lot of people walk up and down the canyon because it's really pretty. Especially, you know, once these leaves start really picking up. There's a killer home there, boy. Check that out. I like this one here. I just like the style. Yeah. It's like it belongs in Switzerland, you know? Whew. You know, I just don't understand where all this gravel comes from. But it's probably from some of the, you know, some of the people don't do their, you know, they don't cement or tar their, you know, like here. Like that's for sale. If we bought that, first thing I do is have the driveway concreted. But yeah, oh, we got a baby deer, a little bitty deer. Hello, deer. Yeah, probably got a mom around here somewhere. Unless it's a fawn that lost its mom. Yes. But you don't usually see the babies by themselves, or, you know, the small deer by themselves. That's not a baby, but it's pretty small. So like I said, we're not too far away now. Like this is the, if you're ever in Colorado Springs and you want to, you know, take the car up North Cheyenne Canyon, go check out Helen Hunt Falls. It's really nice. They even built a new visitor center up there. And then come back down and stop at the Sacred Grounds Cafe. So it's a coffee shop, but they do have, you know, really good sandwiches and some. I think they have a little fancier meals toward dinner time. And yeah, well, we got about another block to go, and we should be there, right where all those cars are not parking parallel; they're parking angled. But yeah, they even gave us a little more room by, you know, giving us a painted buffer. But yeah, so that's really nice. I mean, you know, the city just really did a great job on this. Well, they have a lot of homes for sale in the canyon here. That usually doesn't happen very often. That's about the 4th one I've seen. Could just be because the taxes up here are probably pretty horrendous, I would think. Yeah. Okay. Looks like there's a spot between a SUV and a car up there. Yeah, so we're here. There's the foothills up there. Cheyenne Mountain on the other side, because you can, well, I can see the antennas. Okay, we got cars. You should have looked a little harder. Go ahead. Thank you. Oh, I do not like this bump. Oh. Okay. I gotta straighten myself out here. All right, but this is it right here. Sacred Grounds Cafe. I don't know if you can see it because the sun is right there, boy. All right. Well, I'm going to get back here a little bit. I can't go too far because I'll end up going off the edge. Ah! All right, so we'll get back to you. Bye for now. Okay, well, for BJ and Joe Ondo, out and about on the recumbents, as usual, where else will we be? We will say, till we see you next time, happy trails, folks. Bye.